Hello and welcome to Hibs Talk. I'm Gav and today I'm going to be going through the top 10 goals of the decade. Now, although these are ordered, these are just 10 great goals rather than ranked in order, although we have saved the best for last. So these are goals from 2010 to 2019, and I know you're thinking this is maybe a video that should have been done late December or early January, and I think we've done a podcast on the best 10 players of that decade, so I'll put the link in the description to that. It would have been quite nice to buddy that up, but unfortunately this has had to kind of go in the back burner recently, but we're now kind of getting this put together now, so I hope you enjoy. So enough of me blabbering, let's just get on with the goals. Number 10, Milonga versus Aberdeen, 2015. Now, whilst Dom might not make everyone's list for top 10 players of the decade, I think the majority of you would have this goal. Premiership side Aberdeen, who were second in the league at the time, came to Easter Road against the Hibs team in the Championship at the time, and I think it's fair to say Aberdeen were very confident of getting to the next round of the Cup. Late into the second half, the score still 0-0, Jason Cummins puts Hibs in front. Aberdeen pressed for an equaliser. They got the ball into the box, McGeoch and Fontaine though combined to put pressure on the ball, and the ball fell to McGinn. McGinn played a dink clearance to Dominic Milonga, who was in his own half. He got the ball and he just started to run. Milonga continued to run the length of the pitch, held off two defenders, dribbled past another and coolly slotted past the Aberdeen keeper. Number 9, Martin Boyle versus Livingston, 2016. Now, Martin Boyle has scored many great goals for Hibs, this season included, with his brace against Hearts and his late equaliser against Livingston. But the goal from Boyle against Livingston that makes the list is the one in 2016. Hibs faced the West Lothian outfit at Easter Road and found themselves 1-0 down when soon-to-be Scottish Cup hero Anthony Stokes equalised for Hibs. 3 minutes later, a floated free kick was cleared by Livingston, but only as far as Martin Boyle's right foot, and he did this. Number 8, Florian Kamberi versus Hamilton, 2018. Now I know what you're thinking, what is Kamberi doing on this list? And to be fair, this list was written before this happened, but we also felt it was a great goal and still deserving of its place on this list. Now, undoubtedly, Flo Kamberi's best spell in a Hibs jersey came during that first 6-month loan spell at Hibs. And in that period, he got a hat-trick against Hamilton, and it's the first of that hat-trick which makes our list. A lot of these goals are incredible individual efforts, great hits from distance, but this is one of the best team goals on the list. McGeoch, Stevenson and Kamberi all linking up on that left hand side with some great one-touch passes. Kamberi finds himself in a bit of space but 19 yards out and hits a great shot past the keeper to the keeper's left hand side. Number 7, David Gray versus Rangers, 2014. Now, spoiler alert, David Gray scoring against Rangers will be on this list again. Now, there was 4 goals in this game and all 4 were contenders to be on this list. This came during Hibs' first season in the Championship, and 2 days after Christmas we found ourselves in a title race with Hearts and Rangers. And it only took Hibs 8 minutes to make a real statement of intent. Hibs' summer signing and right back David Gray given way too much space, but he's only right back, hits it from 25 yards out. Fotheringham has no chance. Number 6, Stevie Mallon versus Dundee, 2019. Now, when putting this list together, we could have easily just put 10 Stevie Mallon goals in, and you'd find it hard to argue that each goal didn't deserve its place. Stevie Mallon isn't one of those players that scores simple goals, whether it be free kicks, well executed finishes, or something out of nothing. Probably the best performance under Paul Heckingbottom came away to Dundee in a 4-2 win, as did Stevie Mallon's goal on this list. A right-footed shot that no one expected him to hit, the fingertips of the goalkeeper unable to keep it out. Number 5, Lee Griffith versus Dundee United, 2013. Another man who can make up this list himself is of course Lee Griffith. Lee scored many spectacular goals for Hibs. Lee Griffith has played in 3 of the cities of Scotland, and I think it's fair to say the way that those cities feel about them is split depending on who you support. Whether it be Celtic or Rangers, the green side love him and the blue side hate him. Hibs or Hearts, Hibs love him and Hearts dislike him. Or Dundee or Dundee United. And our first goal from Lee comes against Dundee United. A clearance from a Dundee United corner comes to Lee. He begins to run with the ball down the left hand side, and why take it any further when you can just hit it? Number 4, Lee Griffiths versus Hearts, 2013. Now this list would not be complete without a goal against Hearts, and we turn to that man Lee Griffiths again for the goal. Our only free kick in the list comes away at Tynecastle in a 2-1 derby win. Now I think it's fair to say that another free kick from Lee Griffiths against Hearts would have been in contention for this list had VAR been at Easter Road this day. Number 3, John McGinn versus Celtic, 2017. Talking about incomplete lists, this list needs a goal from our best player of the decade, Super John McGinn. Hibs didn't have a lot of luck at Parkhead over the 10 years, with the only win coming in January 2010. The closest we came to emulating that win at Parkhead came in a 2-2 draw, with John McGinn getting both goals for Hibs. Both great goals and contenders for this list, but it was this goal that made the list. Number 2, Lewis Stevenson versus Rangers, 2015. A few months after beating them 4-0 at Easter Road, we put more misery on Rangers with a 2-0 win at Ibrox. Over the last 10 years, Lewis Stevenson has regained his place in the team, won the Scottish Cup and continued to break appearance records. Not known for his goals, Lewis Stevenson definitely came up with a spectacular one here. Some great counter-attacking play, the ball put into the box, and Lewis Stevenson hits a volley past the keeper, and Hibs fans go wild. And number 1, Sir David Gray versus Rangers, the 21st of May, 2016. And if I'm honest, I don't think I've got any words to describe this one. So that was our list, our top 10 goals of the decade. If we missed any out, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, folks. We've got more videos you can check out. You can also follow us at HFC Talk, and why not subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, where we talk about Hibs, funnily enough. Cheers!